Hello guys, welcome to the class number 5. I'm just doing a double check you can hear me. I just want to be sure that you can hear me. Because sometimes, you weren't able to hear me, so I just want to be sure. Please, if you can hear me, just let me know into the chat. I will be able to read your comments. It seems that it's working because I'm able to hear myself right now, but I just want to be sure. So, just let me switch to this screen and okay, we have a black screen. So welcome guys, welcome to the class number 5 officially. I see that there are some of you already in the chat. Welcome Joseph Morales, welcome to the English class, welcome, hello there. Welcome Kenzie, how are you? Welcome Dudu, or Dufrakdu. And finally, yeah, for now we are all of the students. How are you guys? I just want to know how are you? Who was been the week? I know that a lot of you already are becoming into actually the free time from the school because we are almost in December. So just let me know how are you guys, and yeah. So guys, just to let you know right now, we are going as always to do a waiting room, the room in which actually, okay, let me. Okay, not sure if right now it's working. I just want to do a double check. Sorry for that, guys. It seems that the streaming completely was completely not sure if right now is. Yes, it seems you will be able to hear me. So sorry for that, guys. It seems that the streaming was having some problems. Now we are reconnected, guys. So okay, let me switch the screen back. So guys, welcome now. So what we are going to do as always is just to do a waiting room for those of you that can join to the room. Oh, check this, we have a new changes on this. On computer we only can create 6-player room. That's interesting. So let me create this and host these rooms for you. So guys, remember let me change the screen actually to the waiting room. So is this one. Remember, you just need to click over here where it says room 2769. We are going to do a parkour. You know guys that I'm not the best on this one, but I just want to play something easy with you, okay? And I see that Kenzie is eating. Please just let me know if you can see me right now, because I know for sure that the streaming was having some problems a little bit some minutes ago, so just let me know if you can see me. And I also see that Kenzie right now is telling me that actually, oh, so you are eating noodles with rice. Actually, I really like noodles. Ramen is one of my favorite foods, but I don't know if you are just eating ramen or just noodles. So check this parkour. This parkour is created by Brian Gamer. And as you know, okay, so I'm not really good at parkour, but something that I realized is that after MiniWorld get or do the maintenance for this, and now the frame rate is much bigger in the server. So that's very cool, because right now I will be able to play without lag, and that's amazing because, well, previously sometimes the lag was the one that was killing me. Okay. Alright, so if you want to access the room, you know already, it's just the room 2769 23. Okay, 1, 2. Alright. What do you think of this parkour? Oh, okay, no, I completely failed. Yeah, oh, I just reborn over that. Yes, just let me know. Seems that something happens because Davon is making fun of me. So welcome Davon, welcome to the class. What do you think of this? Oh, you're hearing 2 just talking. Let me see what happened there. Probably it's I'm possessed by the spirits or something similar. Sorry, I was playing my the other the live streaming in another website, so I didn't hear that because I have like separate channels, so I won't be able to hear myself all the time. But it seems that I forgot to just turn off that option. Okay, no, what happened? I wasn't able to complete that part. Okay, I'm going to eat this. Oh. Okay. That was not the best idea. I think I ate the wrong item. Come on. You can do it, Yeyo. 2 seconds. No. Sorry for that. Yeah, sorry for that, guys. All right, do you think I can do it? Well, because, okay. Yeah, you see that? I get stuck on here. No. All right, so that's going to be under the map Parkour. All right, so once more, guys, try to access for those that can play with me most of the time. I know that most of you didn't, but some of you will be able to. Okay. Yeah. Oh, okay, I almost did it. Okay, oh, okay, yeah. Okay, let's see this. Okay, actually I really like this map because the parkour was a little bit creative, so yeah, that's something that I like from it. Okay, let's see here. All right, a diamond block. The other player, I don't know if it's here, if it's right in the minicamp. Okay, well, don't tell me. Oh, okay, that's okay. I was thinking that I have to restart all from the part when I was like failing a lot of times, but fortunately I haven't to do that. Okay, so the best way to jump is from this side. Okay. Oof, I was able to do it. Welcome, Steel Flow Building. How are you? Yeah, parkour needs a lot of practice, and as I usually don't play parkour, there are a lot of maps in which actually have Multiverse because, well, because that I didn't play too much parkour, so. Let's see if I can complete this part actually. Ooh, no, I wasn't able. How to walk in the walls? I have the answer for that. There is, if you create a custom buff, there is one that is called climb walls. So if you use that one, that effect in any like status or buff, you will be able to jump over the walls. Okay, so guys, that is a small trick. If you haven't played Power Load, there is a skill that allows you to do that, and you don't have to worry for coding or something. It's already in MiniWord. So remember, just add a new buff, and in the effects for the buff, add the one that says climb walls, and you will be able to climb walls like a spider or like any monster. Welcome, Senate. Welcome, Grand Adventurer. All right. So I see that you write me a question in the Discord this morning, or like 20 minutes ago. I reviewed my Discord. Don't worry, I will answer that questions right here in live into the minicamp. Okay. So what else you are saying? Oh yeah, I know that. It's oh no, I fall again. I know that part about jumping into the walls, like doing a double jump. But right here, it's kind of difficult because I wasn't able to push that much the. No. It's really difficult right here. Okay, let's do this. Oh, I'm just going into the other side. No! I'm really bad at this, guys. Oh. Okay, so I know that is happening. Just thank you for telling that, Joseph Morales. A lot of you, or some of you actually, have the problem that you cannot access back after the maintenance, right? So let me know if you get a black screen or if you actually are not able to log in. Just let me know which one is it, because I know the solutions for some of them. I know this is not happening for most of the players, but for some, yes. Nope. What I did? No. Okay. No. Okay. Let's just enter into the pro modes. Let's. Okay. All right. I was able to do it. Okay, checkpoint. Yeah, that part is easier. Let's see if I can do it directly from here. No, I wasn't able. I almost died. No! You mean how to create which kind of door? Like a normal door or like... Oh. That was the noobest thing I ever do. Just failing into one block by one block. No! Oh, come on. Alright, so once more I died. Yeah, let me know which kind of door you want today to do. A Celestium Dome? You mean something that can open by itself? No, I cannot do it. In survival? Oh, yeah. Yeah, just the same questions that Hello Door is asking you. Oh, a miniature. Alright, but you wanna like a one that you can open and close? Or no. What? One that it can be opened or okay. No, it's not that you are not eligible. Just let me know which problem you are having, Joseph. What happened is there is like two problems right now. There is one that is like telling you that you have to access, and the other one is telling you like, or it's not telling you anything. It's like a black screen. So let me know which one you are having right now, Joseph, to be able to give you a solution. Okay. Oof. Yeah, I'm a completely noob actually in parkour. Ooh. I'm completely kind of noob in parkour. In fighting maps, I'm really good, but in parkour, I'm one of the worst. No, what happened with me? That was very easy and I don't know why I'm dying there. Yeah, Joseph, what you're experimenting is not like you are doing something wrong, it's just an error with the server. So if we, just for Joseph Morales, when you try to access to MiniWorld, if you see a black screen, what you have to do is that you have to hit in the small part. You are going to see an orange or a white, no, that's yellow actually, circle around the top right corner. So you have to hit on that one, and in there you need to put manually your password and your UID, okay? So it's just going to be around this area in the top right corner. When you hit on that one, you will be able to see something to log in. You have to put your login information in there, and with that you will be able to access. But besides that, if actually you are seeing a screen that says unable to log in, no, what happened to me? If you are seeing a screen that says unable to log in, well, what you have to do is just to verify that you have your account linked to your email, okay? if you have that linked, be sure to do like a backup for all your maps manually. I mean to copy all the folders for your maps in the Windows files or the Android files. And when you do that, right after that, you need to reinstall MiniWare. And that's it. With that, it's going to work. And you will be able to log in back. Okay, I made it. Come on, no. That's not possible. Okay. Once more, let's try once more. The guy was able to actually reach me. Okay, ooh. Let's do it. Okay, what happened with that, Google? Why did you get activated? Okay. Turn around, just Google was hearing something. Okay. Wow. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. I really hate these levels about ice. Ice is not my best friend in these situations. Okay. Oh, no! I completely died. Okay, guys, we have like 6:23 right now. We are going to wait just until 6:25 to start the class, okay? Just because I want to take the time to really show you some awesome things. No! Okay. Completely die again. No, come on! It's really hard for me, those ice levels. Okay. Once more. Let's try to do it. Let's walk. Okay. Once I did it. Once more. Okay. Come on, Yeyo, you can do it. Okay. Okay, no. I get nervous. I almost died here. Oh, no! I almost made it. No. Okay. So what else I can see in the chat? You're playing MiniWare. Okay, Mr. Noob. Okay, okay, outright. I was doing to the other side. Oh, I just see that someone is sending me something in the internal chat, but I wasn't able to, or I didn't notice. Okay. Come on, Yeyo. You can do it. Okay, once more. You... No! Okay. Alright, so right now it's 6:25 a.m. in my end. It should be nighttime in your end. So I'm just going to stop here and we are going to start the class. Okay, guys? So just moving to the presentation here, just a second. All right. So you should be able to see the presentation in the screen. So welcome, guys. Welcome to the class number 6 officially. And today we are going to learn how to do more minigames and a specific cool thing that I wanted to teach you for a long time, but I wasn't able to reach the right moment or to find the right moment to teach you this, but I will do today. So just the same parla, the same always talk that I have to give you before we start, because I know sometimes there is a lot of people that watch the MiniCamp for the first time. So what is the MiniCamp for all of you guys? It's just a contest in which you are going to take classes with me for around 2 weeks. 3 weeks. After these 3 weeks, you are going to participate in a contest to find the best maps for the MiniCamp, just applying all the knowledge, all the lessons that I was providing you in the previous weeks. Right after that, we are going to get some winners and you can win some real money, cash, prizes and other things. For this month and every month this topic will change. The MiniCamp is related to create a Royale mini, or a more specific, a MiniGames battle royale, games like Fall Guys, games like WarioWare, And we are currently in the class number 5, so we only left one class to finish these lessons. In the screen, you're going to see all the prizes that you can win just by assisting to the live classes and doing a game, okay? First prize is going to be Excellent Award, $40. It's going to be up for 8 people, and this is going to be just for the best map, as the name says. Then we have Best Learning, it's going to be for $35. And this is going to be up to 16 people. There is a lot of people that can win this one, and it's just for those of you that actually create a map that implements most of the things that I'm going to teach you. So that's very important. If you implement almost all the lessons, you will be able to win this one, okay? Then we have the most creative. The most creative is going to be one of the hardest to win. It's just going to be only for 5 people. Or for 5 persons, and this is going to be for the map that creates more innovation, that creates new dynamics, but very important, those dynamics need to be very fun, need to be very enjoyable, and you need to have not that much books, okay? So very important, I always do this clarification here, this explanation. If you implement something that doesn't give like an extra enjoyable part to your map and it's not related with your map, probably I'm not going to evaluate that, because you know, if you have a survival map like this and you add like cards that you can use in game but it's not going to protect you, it's not going to have any extra fun for the game, I don't going to give you extra points for that, okay? And finally we got or actually not finally, almost finally, we have the best progress one. This is going to be for $15. It's going to be up to 30 people, this is the easiest to win, and this is going to be for most of the players that are not developers at all, or that are developers level 1, okay? In this one, you are going to get the $15, and also, if you are not developer, you are going to get a direct invitation to become a one to be able to earn money inside MiniWare. Finally, we got the shortlisted one, is just for those maps that I'm going to choose that complete the requirements. The requirements is very easy. It's just to get a map that is going to be a MiniGames Battle Royale. If you complete that part and your map have like a basic quality, I'm going to give you the shortlist, and it's going to be for this skin, okay? After that, we got another things, guys. Always take a screenshot of this one. This is going to be the dates for the different stage of the contest. So in the screen you are going to see a lot of things, but you are going to see also the timing, okay? So the first stage is the stage that we are completing right now, are going to be the classes, okay? So this is going to be out up to the 28th of November. Starting in the 29th, you can submit your map. You have until the 5th of December. On the screen you are going to see the 6th. I always told you this. This is China time, so you have to check how much time you have in difference between China and your end. And very important, try to submit your map at least 1 day before. Why 1 day before? You didn't know what could happen sometimes. You can have an error on the internet. Your provider can just have all the service off 1 day. So always, if you try to speak 1 or 2 days before, you are going to avoid those kind of problems. And finally, we have the qualifications and the rare stage. That is going to be the last one. Is going to be around the December 7th to December 9th, okay? So let me read you back into the comments, because I was talking a lot. I was inspired for this one. And what I see, guys, here. Okay. So you are talking about living MiniWare. Yes. Well, actually, let me enter into the conversation. Sometimes also I was living MiniWare from time to time. But right now, as I'm working a full teacher, I don't quitting anymore. But yeah, I remember I take like breaks from MiniWare for around 4 or 3 months, a lot of times. But right now I'm completely playing on it, and now kind of dedicated to the game. Alright, so now let's continue with the class, guys. Very important, as always, we are going to have like different rewards for the different stage of the class, okay? So as soon as we complete a topic, I'm going to give you a code that is going to be just like the reward to be able to understand. And also we are going to take a little break every time that we give you, right, going to give you a code, okay? So objectives for this class, oh, I was forgetting this is very important too. For those that are not like into the Discord channel. Remember, we got a Discord channel, not for MiniWorld, just for the MiniCamp. But also we play on there, we submit some events, you can ask questions on there, and also you can search for teammates to create your own map, okay? So just check the link that I just sent into the chat. Also check the link that is right here into the comments. And also I place this link in any of my videos, so just check the description for any of them and you will be able to see the important links, including this one that is going to be the link to access to the Discord channel, okay? Then we got this, and this is the most awkward part. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to give me a big like if you want to see more of this content. Apart from this, very important guys, there is a lot of tools that I post always in the description. You will find the tools to edit in cell phone, to edit triggers in cell phone. Now, I think that's going to be very important for you guys. And also for editing computer. And finally, some links to access to icons from MiniWorld, to accessing to direct scripts, and to the library from all the setups that you can do with the scripts by your own in MiniWorld. All the links are just in the description, so don't forget to check the description every time that you need something from MiniWorld, okay? Then moving back to the objectives. The objectives for this class are going to be very easy, as we already work in the hard part, in the core part of our system. We are going to add just minigames, okay? I'm not going to teach you all the minigames that I made for this minicamp because the time is not going to be enough, but I'm going to show you like different ways that you can do minigames. So I choose those that you actually choose by votation, but I give the priority for those that are going to teach you new ways to create the minimap, okay? So for this class, we are going to learn about to create 3 extra minigames. We already have 2 working. And finally, I'm going to show you and give you a sheet that you can use to edit your quality assurance. That is something that you have to start learning, okay? Quality assurance is something that most of the game creators are going to do. It's like an extra department. And what they do is to just have some quality guidance, but to be sure that the map has at least completed the basic things, okay? This is not, that doesn't mean that your game is going to be completely good if you have a good quality overall, but it's going to assure at least the 40% of the chances of have a successful map, okay? Now, this is the class number 5. We only left 1 extra class. In the next class, we are going to learn more minigames, and apart from that, I'm going to teach you how to upload your map into the mini-world, and we are going to do a questions and answers like section, okay? So if you have questions, if you find something that you need to do, don't forget to come tomorrow, because we are going to have a specific time for that. Finally, after that week, after tomorrow, that is going to be the last class for this minicamp, for this topic. Remember, next month we are going to have another. We are going to have the contest and the awards week, okay? You know, the deadline awards, or the deadline week, okay? Now, overview overall, guys. This is very important. Remember our game plan. If you see the screen right now, you are going to see in yellow all the parts that we already covered. And if you see this, you are going to see that we covered most of the things. So that's really nice, guys. We take like 3 classes to create the core, and now you will be able to have just the mini games, okay? Also, sorry, you know, you can use or reuse those scripts to create another kind of games. As an example, if you create the minigame core, you can use that to create multi-arenas. It doesn't really matter, or it's not mandatory just to create minigames. If you want to, apart from the minicamp, create another game, you can reuse those scripts that I show you. Also, the music, you can use it in any of your maps, and it's going to be very easy to use, okay? So now, this is the maps or the mini games that we learn how to do. You are seeing in the screen right now the ones that we already created. That is Metro Rush, Ice Roll, and of course the Elimination Room, but the Elimination Room is mandatory. We don't have it right here. Right now we are going to learn the ones that have the dot on it, okay? If you see, I choose 2 of them that are like the most voted one, and then one that is not that much voted. But why I did this? Because Bridge is going to teach you how to work with blocks very easily and create random blocks around the area that can be breakable. Pool Frenzy is a different game that will teach you how to spawn your own coins and to do a different dynamics. And finally, Labyrinth is something that is going to teach you how to do random labyrinths around your game. So that's why I've chose those. Don't worry, tomorrow we are going to learn another's. But for now, we are going to start with that, okay? So the first one that we are going to learn, guys, is the bridge, okay? For those that didn't remember the bridge, let me switch back to MiniWorld. I don't know what happened here. It seems that is another bug, okay? So, in the game, Bridge is a game that was highly inspired into the Squid games, okay? And how it works, guys. Basically what you have is this arena, or this area, in which, okay, let me enter here, let me cover the roof, in which actually players have like different glass blocks, and some of them are not going to be like a solid block, so if the player walks over that, one of the blocks can be breakable, and probably the player is going to fall, okay? So if you see, it's very similar to the game that is related to the how do you call it, to the Squid games, but instead of choosing like two different sides to jump over and know which one is going to be breaked, on this one you have to walk all around the area, because this is not going to be like the exact game of the Squid games. On this one you are going to have your own way to make the game. So in these ways is to create an area, okay? So we are going to learn this one first. Very important, I remember that Zane was asking me for a question via Discord, and the question was, hey, how we are going to know which players are going to be eliminated? Guys, remember that in this map that I'm teaching you, the way that you can eliminate players is when the players become no stars. So every time that you play a game, let me just show you a real example, okay? Every time that you play a game, you will be able to collect stars. Okay? That's the way that all the rules are like meshed together. Like on all the games, you have to collect coins. This game is the number 3. And what you have to do is just to collect the coins. Every time that you die, the stars, you are going to lose 3 stars depending on the minigame, okay? And every time that you die, you are going to lose those stars. If the player has no stars, the player is going to be eliminated. That's a rule that I use to make the game a little bit funner, because it wasn't really funny when you die at the beginning, and it wasn't that enjoyable when I do the normal game like the scrap games. Right now you are not going to see anything, because right now it's not like having the execution of the minimap, but right in some seconds, in 27 seconds, I will teleport it back here and the game is going to start. So, very important saying, what you have to do is just the player that lose all the stars, that doesn't have any stars, is going to be eliminated. And another way that you are going to be eliminated is that every 5 rounds you will teleport it to the elimination room, which is also your store. And under the player with less coins, with less stars, is going to be eliminated. So check this, right? It's just the same room. Every time that you walk, you have to be worried, because that could happen. As you see, I lose 3 stars. The stars are falling, and yeah, you will be able to pick stars. I have really bad luck. 2 times I have completely died just by walking around. Okay, and I completely think I'm going to be eliminated because I'm just dying again. Okay, so let's try to move in another area. As you see, I can walk over some blocks. Okay, but that's the game that we are going to learn. So the basic rule here is try to avoid for the players to be able to reduce the risk. Okay, so the players have to try to walk the less amount, because anytime that they walk in a specific area, the floor can break, okay? And that's the game that we are going to learn how to do. I don't know if that answered your question, Saint. Just let me know. Okay, let's see. All right, I completely died. But just to show you that that example, okay? So let's see here. Let me check into the chat. Okay, so let's do this. Let me switch back to the presentation, okay? And on here, this is like how most of the minigames are going to work for our map. It's like just a reminder, okay? Remember, we got a folder for minigames and a folder for minigame loop, okay? This is very important. Those two need to be in different folders. Minigames is the game is where you can save all the triggers that are going to happen at the start of your minigame. And minigame loop is the triggers that control your game, okay? Most of the times, the trigger, whatever you would want to put to your game, are going to just work at the minigame start and are going to set up the info, set the rules, spawn the objects, turn the loops, and do all the initial things. And the loop that can be on or turn off, that can be also more than one, are going to control the rules. That's how it works. For this specific game, we need to do the next things. First, we need to create those objects. We are going to have two different blocks, an area, and also we are going to have a specific trigger that will help us out to create an easy system to create effects, okay? Now, for our game, specifically the triggers that are going to work, I'm going to teach you this later. First, let's create those objects, okay? So how it works for this specific minigame, okay? So on here, you are going to see blocks, but we have two different blocks, okay? First, we got one of the blocks that is going to be the solid block, the floor that is going to be the glass. But also we have a second block that is being called a like breakable glass, okay? So let me show you here. We got the glass, the normal glass, that is going to be this first one, and the second one is break block, okay? So what is going to happen is that, let me show you the example here. This block, the one that is breakable, that is this one, you actually is going to be a solid block. As you see, I cannot walk through. But this one, the one that you can break, is completely like air, you can pass through, okay? And that it's very important, we have to create those two blocks. So for creating those blocks, what you are going to do is you are going to hit here. You are going to go to blocks and you are going to create a new one, okay? So just hit a new one, hit create, and in existing templates, you are going to choose class, okay? Once you do that, you are going to have like this interface. Just put normal glass, and very important, guys, apart from normal glass, apart from this information, what you are going to do is you are going to change the blast resistance to -1, okay? Then the hardness needs to be -1 as always, and be sure that drop items is completely off. Just the collision setup as a solid, and you don't need to do anything else, just save that one. Then we are going to create another block, okay? The block is going to be called, and just do the same process, add a new block, add a new one, create existing template, just select the glass, back, and when you got that, you are going to rename it as a break block. Very important, those are going to be different blocks. The attribute settings are going to be blast resistance, -1, hardness, -1, but very important, guys, on here you can see that it says air, okay? That's the most important part. The second one is air. And just for you to have clear this, just give me a second, I want to show you how it works, okay? So I'm going to put for the second one, and you don't have to do this, okay? It's just me showing you how it works. Okay, I'm going to put red color in it. And then, apart from the red color, I'm going to change this, but don't worry, you don't have to do this. Apart from creating the block, it's just me showing you how the map is going to work, okay? Just for you to be able to see how it really works, okay? So let me exit and let me re-access here very quickly. All right, just a second. Have you seen my school? My school. I forgot how to call to this in English. Well, my school something. Let's say like that. Sometimes I forgot some words in Spanish and some words in English. Okay, guys. So check that. If you see, this is the normal glass, and this is going to be the red glass. As you see, the game is going to create random points with the glass, and if I enter there, that's when I die. And it doesn't matter every time that we play the game, every time that we start the game, you are going to see that this is going to change. As you see, you can see that at the beginning of the game, this is going to be changed. The game is going to change those blocks randomly. And if you step over any of them, it doesn't matter if it's just this one, all the blocks around are going to be deleted, like this one, you see? Okay, so that's very important. That's what we are going to do. And I was just going to show you that, okay? So once more, what we are going to do right now is just going back to the information. So we already create those two blocks. Remember, this needs the breakable glass needs to be an error. Now we are going to create the floor area, okay? So how do you create the floor area? That's very easy, guys. What you need to do is just check how I built this map, okay? And this is very important, guys. Okay, right here, okay. So if you see, I put this specific border around the map, so the players will be able to move around the map without taking the risk, and just in the way if the start is here, so they will be able to just move from this solid part into the glass. So the only part that is going to be breakable is the glass, okay? So just around your map, be sure that you build a border so the players will have a safe part to walk in, okay? Once you do that, be sure that you fill all the part inside the map up with glass, okay? Remember, this is going to be, and this is very important, the glass that you create, okay? It's going to be the normal glass, okay? Once you have the normal glass created right here, what you are going to do is to create an area. So to create an area, just hit on here. You are going to have this new UE, and you are going to select the border or your glass. Remember, this is only the glass part. That is going to be very important. And just select all the way to the other side, okay? Once you have that arena created, or sorry, that area, just hit on here, and you will be able to rename it as a glass floor. Or you also can use the same minigame name. So this is going to be the bridge number 2. All right, I already have it right here. It's going to be this one. So I'm not going to use this one. I'm just going to delete it because I already got it right here, okay? Once you create your area, just go over here and we are going to create a small script, okay? So the script that we are going to use is useful triggers, and you will create a new script, a new trigger, sorry, that is being called not autobar, it's going to be auto delete effects, okay? What is going to do this one is just going to delete any effects that you have in the map, so that is not going to stay there. So what happened is that every time that you create an effect through triggers, this effect is going to be in your map and it's going to take in memory, okay? So when you create a lot of effects in the area, as those are not going to be deleted, but you cannot see it, your map is going to be slowed down. What you are going to do is, every time that an effect is created, we are going to wait just 1 second and delete that effect, okay? With that, the effects are not going to be around your area. How do you do that? Just very easily, guys. Just put auto delete effects on there, just add a new one, and it's the event is going to be right here in special effects and in random position. Okay, guys, very important, just do it for the random position. Then we are going to pause 1 second. You know how to do that, guys. It's just by adding here, scrolling down and go to the part that says timer and waiting time, okay? The waiting time is going to be 1 second. Then what we are going to do is to delete the effect. How do you do that? Just go to special effect. On here, on position, be sure that you select the one that says position at the end. There is one that says delete the special effect at the position. So you select that one, okay? And it's going to be type of a special effect in the event in event position. And that's it. With that, we have our previous requirements to create the minigame ready, okay? So, for Kenzie telling me how to create green light trigger, don't worry, I'm going to teach you that tomorrow. For today, we are going to learn another. But don't worry, tomorrow you are going to learn that. I know that that one is one of the most required, but also is one of the more trickies, okay, guys? And tomorrow I'm going to explain why. Now that we got this, we are going to go to the mini games and we are going to create our first trigger for this map, okay? So how it works, guys? This is going to have all the previous features for the minigame, okay? But in this one, apart from that, we are going to restore the blocks. What I mean when I mean restore the blocks, okay? As those blocks are going to be changed here, okay? Every time that we play the game, those are going to be in red. What we are going to do is that every time that the game starts, we are going to fill the holes with the glass block, and the blocks that was previously marked or changed into breakable block are going to be switched to normal blocks. That's why we use the area, okay? So what we are going to do on this, we are going just to go to the folder, remember, guys, and this is very important, the minigame folder, okay? In minigames folder, we are going to add a new event, okay? Or, well, actually we don't need to do any event. Just take your meteor room. You are going to copy and paste it into the same folder, and you are going to rename that one as the bridge, okay? Or whatever name you want to give it, okay? That's very important. And when a minigame changes, that's the event that you are going to have. You are going to have the timer time also into 0, okay? That is going to be this one. Remember, we already got this from the previous, when we copy meteor room. But very important, the only thing that you need to change in conditions is this one that says equals to 3, okay? Minigame, it's equals to 3. That's very important, okay, guys? Remember, once more, we got this, and as we got this, we need to add a registry, okay? So did you remember how to do the registration for your maps? Just stay in the center of your map, right here in my case. Okay, remember to just go here and take the coordinates -1, 10, and the altitude is going to be the number 3. You are going to move to main system, you are going to move to register, and you are going to do the map registration for this, okay? Remember that right now we should have 2 different minigames, okay? I'm going to add the new one. Remember, you can use just the same information that you got here. You just copy and paste it and you replace. The ID is going to be the number 3 as we got 1, 2, 3. Let me increase the font a little bit so you will be able to see better what I have in the screen, okay? So remember, we got the 1, 2, 3. ID is going to be the number 3. The minigame name needs to be inside the notation marks, so put the notation marks and put the name. In my case, is going to be the bridge. put the coordinates here. I already got it right here. But remember, you can take this from just for your minimap. The spawn method for this one, as we want the players to spawn around the borders, because we don't want the players to spawn here because they can die. They can actually literally fall from here. What you are going to do is just to put the number 2 that is going to be around the corners, okay? Remember that? Remember that we learned that the last class, so the number on here, it's going to be 2. Remember, 1 is random position, 2 is going to be borders, and 3 is going to be center. And finally, where the coins are going to spawn, where the stars actually are going to spawn, it's going to be in any part of the map, so just put the number 1, okay? So right now we have the registration for the minigame, okay? That means that now players can be teleported there, but there is nothing that is going to happen more than the spawn the coins and the players, because we haven't complete setup as yet the trigger, okay? Now move back to the trigger that we just created, that is the bridge. Remember, we already got it. And remember, this ID needs to match with the one that you add in the register. So number 3 on the registers, number 3 on here. That's very important, guys. And then we are going to set up the rules. As we copy this, we need to change the rules for this, okay? So in this one, I'm not going to allow the player to jump because I want to avoid the players to avoid the obstacles. So as I don't want the players to jump, the jump force is going to be 0. The speed, I reduce it to 3, so the players are going to have like more tension. They are going to feel a little bit scared while they move in because they are moving really slow. Can move needs to be on true because we want the players to move. Can use items also needs to be true. Remember, in most of our maps, the true is going to be for the items, because if in your shop you add, as an example, a heal item like a first aid kit or a potion, the players will be able to use it. Player can attack it. I put it true, so players will be able to push each other. Can be attacked needs to be true, and always put can be killed in true, okay? Now, we got this. Of course, remember you can rename it here as a game rules. Game rules. Okay. That's it, okay? Now, for the description, guys, remember that you are going to put the instructions here. So, in my case, is avoid the breakable blocks, okay? And remember that this can be translated to different languages. So if you got this, remember that just by hitting translate, it's going to translate all to the different languages, okay? So remember that. Now, what we are going to do, as always, you are going to have everything up to this part, okay? I'm going to just hit here, but you are going to have also this one, okay? But it's going to have the method name, so we need to create that trigger. How we are going to do it? We are going to move to the folder loop, okay? And for this one, we have 2 different loops. The first loop is the one that plays the blocks, okay? So this is going to work only at the beginning. Once we start the game, we are going to repeat this a lot of times, and we are going to search for different blocks, and we are going to create an area that can be breakable. The second part is the one that is going to actually break the loops and the blocks, and that is going to be a loop. Remember, those 2 are going to be in the minigame loop folder, because with triggers we are going to automatically turn off this. That means that this is not going to take memory and the game is going to run much faster. It's a trick that you will learn. So move to minigames loop folder, okay? And we are going to create a new trigger. Sorry, a new trigger is going to be down below here. Okay, just hit create a new trigger. The trigger, the first one, is going to be named as the bridge loop. As always, we put just the same name, but we put a loop at the end, okay? And what we are going to do for this one, as you see, it's very simple. We don't have like an event. We don't have a condition. The only thing that we have is an action, okay? And we are going to use something that is being called loops, okay? What you are going to do is you are going to tell the game how many times it's going to repeat this. How do you do that? First, we need to add the trigger. The trigger just needs to be an action. What you are going to do is to add an action, and the action is going to be replace blocks in an area. How you can find it? Just go here, scroll down to blocks, and be sure that you select the one that says replace blocks in an area, okay? Because you also have this one, but remember, this one is going to be the one that it's going to work. Once you select this one, you are going to have this. In the first spot, you need to put the block that we are going to search for. So this is going to be the normal glass. Remember, your floor is normal glass. And in the third part, you need to put the new block, okay? So it's going to change those blocks for the new one, okay? In the center, you need to select where it's going to do it. So what we are going to do is just to select function library, convert location into a region. So that's going to allow us to choose a point and just tell, okay, starting this point, create an area that is going to be temporary area from one block to the right, one block to the left, one block north, one block south, and create a block around that area, or yeah, create that area, okay? So we are going to select that one. On there, we are going to have also the first part, and where is the magic starts, okay? So we are going to select a random location in an area. Once we select random location in an area, you are going to select the area that you just created for this. In my case, it's going to be bridge number 2. And just put 1 by 1 by 1. Okay, that means that it's going to create an area that is going to be 3 blocks, 3 blocks, 3 blocks. Because remember, it's the block that you created, and 1 to the right and the south, 1 to the left and the north and the south, 1 to the east and the west, and 1 up and 1 down. Okay. And finally, it doesn't matter which one you put here, just put whatever name here. Right? That's going to be the first one. Okay. Then what we are going to do is to create another new one, but the name for this one is going to be the bridge loop and the number 2. What it's going to do, the number 2, once more, is the one that is going to break the floor. Okay, I'm very careful, guys. With this, you can do a lot of games in which player can break some blocks if the player walks over the wrong block. Okay, how do you do this? Once you create it, remember, we are going to put the actions. The action is going to be right here, and it's going to be moving, okay? This is going to detect when the players move one block away. Then you are going to add this next conditions. First one, you are going to go to math, numerical comparison. And in numerical comparison, you are going to select Minigame. Remember, that has to have the same name. Needs to be equals to the number 3. Remember, number 3 is the ID of our map, okay? So remember, always match the game ID, so the game is going to know that you are playing the right game. And here is where we are going to check which is the block that the player is walking over, okay? So if the player is not walking over the breakable block, it's not going to happen anything. But if the player does, what it's going to do is that the block is going to be breaking. How do you do this? Just add an action here, just scroll down to block, and very specific, select individual block, okay? It's around this area, and it's, okay, let me do a double check here. Yes, it's this one, I want to be sure. So you have to select this one that says select type, block type in a specific location, okay? Because we are going to detect the location of the player. When you have that information, and here we need to choose which location. So we cannot choose literally the location where the player is located, because the player is located one block above the block that we want to check. We need to check the floor, the block under the player, okay? So for this, we are going to use that function. The function allows us to change or to check the location that is the player, but we can choose whenever we want to move. So select location. Let me use my glasses because I didn't see it that far. Okay, much better. So just choose location offset, okay? And when you choose location offset, expand, and you are going to put in the first one, function library, player, and player location. Once more expand and be sure it says players in triggered event, okay? And check this, to check the floor, you don't need to change anything here or here. Just change on here and put minus 0.5. If you put -1, it's not going to detect actually the block under the player, it's going to detect the 2 blocks under the player. So just select 0.5, okay? This also works because if the player is jumping, it's going to detect almost the floor just below the player, okay? Put yes, and on here you need to go to your function library, sorry, not your function, to your template library, and you need to scroll down and select the breakable block, okay? That's very important. And that's it. With that, our game is going to detect that the player is walking over the block that is not, okay? First thing that I add is a sound. You just go here, once more, sound effect, and player turn on effect. The sound that I'm playing on the player, and this is very important, just 1 second, it's going to be this one. Okay, sorry. As you see, it's behavior number 3, that is the breaking block. Once more, if you check the previous classes, you know how to do this, a random sound. I didn't put it here because it was like too much to teach you. Be sure that the loop is in false. Then add an effect. Remember that we add a trigger that is going to auto-delete the effect, so you don't have to worry for that, for deleting that after. So just play a special effect on position. The effect that I put it on is explosion 3. Once more, I'm going to show you that one, that is this one. But you can use whatever special effect you want it. Remember, always put, when you are giving feedback to the players, a sound and also add a special effect. Okay? Then you are going to replace the blocks in the floor. So for this, what you need to do is to just go here, goes to blocks, and on here you have also 2 options. Once that says replace block and replace blocks in an area. Remember, we are going to choose replace blocks in an area. And we are going to replace break blocks, okay? And we are going to convert a region in an area. So just select convert area into region, select event position and select 1, 1, 1, 1 block, okay? Change it to no block. On here you have that option, okay? Function library, where it's that one. Okay, there is an option to put here no block. Oh, okay. Yeah, I forgot that. Guys, before continuing, you need to put another block, okay? So just hit on blocks, create another block. The block right here is going to be called, well, we just created, but when you create it, be sure that you select wherever you want it. And when you create a dot block, you are going to change the name to no block, okay guys? The model for this one, it's going to be right here on general. You scroll down and you are going to see the arrow. This model is going to be invisible when you are playing, okay? That's going to be very important. Attribute -1, hardness -1, and collision is going to be air, okay? So we are going to replace the blocks on that area with no block, okay? With that block, okay? And it needs to be facing east, okay? And finally, we are going just to copy and paste, and we are going to change this. So in the previous one, we placed break block. Now we are going to select the normal block too, okay? Custom and normal block, okay? And that's it. With those 2 triggers working, remember that those are going to be like this. Very important. You are going to just take out of the 2 check marks and you are going to go back to the bridge. Then we are going to just do the next thing. We are going to select here trigger. Okay, remember that this is going to be a trigger that is going to be working when we have the loop. And we are going to select the loop number 2. Remember, the loop number 2 is which is going to handle if the blocks are going to break, okay? On here, it's going to work, but we need another problem, or we have another problem. When the game starts, we need to just restore the arena, because probably the game can be chosen more than one time. So what you are going to do is that we are going to add another one, okay? And it's going to be just the same, almost the same triggers. But what you are going to do is just go to here once more, select replace blocks in area. But we are going to do it backwards. So we are going to take break blocks and we are going to select the arena or the area, sorry, that we just created. So remember, I already got it here. It's bridge 2. And we are going to change break block for glass normal. So we are going to switch back everything to normal glass. Okay, once you add that one, just copy and paste it, okay, in the same script. And in the second one, we are going to just do the same, but we are going to turn no block in the same area for glass, okay, for the normal one. We are going to restore all the arena. Then we are going to just copy this one, okay, we are going to paste it, and we are going to turn or change the switch for the normal one, not for this one, just for the normal. That is going to be bridge loop. Remember, not this one. We are going to change the bridge loop 1, and we are going to turn it on once more, okay? And finally, what we are going to do is a loop, okay, guys? This is something that is going to repeat a specific trigger more than one time. For this, just go here. You're going to select triggers and you are going to select a loop operate trigger, okay? This is the first time that we see this on the MiniCamp. On here, you need to choose the minimum amount of times that is going to be repeated. And here you have the maximum amount, okay? So as an example, if I put 2 on here, it's going to repeat in between 2 to 7 times the next trigger. And on here we need to choose the trigger. The trigger that we are going to choose is Minigames loops once more, and the one that says the bridge loop, okay? The one that is going to change the blocks or turn normal blocks into the blocks that we want. And that's it. Right now, as we add this, you will be able to test your map, okay? If everything is going okay, if everything is going right, you will be able to play this. And remember later, and this is very important, because right now we are going to see in the screen like the different blocks. Remember that at the end we are going to change that block for the same model of this one, okay? So remember, they need to be the same, so just go here once more to your map and edit the break block and just put the same model of your normal glass block, okay? Just save, and now it should be working fine, okay? Okay, let me show you the result now, okay? Alright, so Kenzie is asking me for a private movement. What do you mean with that? As you see right now, you cannot see which one is different. You have to just test your look. Probably I'm not going to fall, but yeah, probably yes. And remember, don't make this very hard, because if you put a lot of blocks that can be breakable, probably it's going to be boring for the player, because the player is going to die too much, okay? And that's it, guys. We got our first minigame, or well, not our first minigame, our third minigame created, okay? So right now, let me do the next thing. I'm going to give you the codes, okay? So we are going to do like the first stop here for our minicamp, and I'm going to give you the first code, okay? Very important, I'm going to just activate this to be sure that it's claimable, because sometimes what happens is that I got like the wrong codes for some reason, and I just want to be sure that we got the right code right here, okay? So let's do this. Let me switch here. Actually, this is not going to be the code. The code is going to be this one, and I'm going to put that code also into the chat. So please check the codes. I'm going to pin it right on the top. And I hope, well, you can check that one, okay? So up to the moment, I think that minigame is kind of easy. just let me put this also, so I won't forget that actually this is going to have another breakable block that is going to be no block. Okay, here, no block. Okay, all right, guys, not a problem. And please, oh, I forgot to check if it's going to work, so let me put here. Okay, I cannot paste it. Let me. Okay, and it's working. Okay, guys, so yeah, just take that code. So now, guys, we got already resolved this first approach to the games related with breaking the floor. So now what we are going to learn is Pool Frenzy. Okay, guys, so for those that don't remember which is or how it's going to work for Pool Frenzy, we are going to create this game. Okay, in this game, and let me show you a preview. It's going to be the number 5, so I'm just going to test the number 5 here. Just a second. Okay, and what we are going to do is just to test very quick. Okay, so Pool Frenzy, it's a simple game. In which you are going to receive this item, and you have to just try to take the item in the middle and pick the stars. But from time to time, instead of a start, you can have that mine. That mine, what it's going to do is that it's going to start for you, it's going to auto-explode. So you have to be careful. Of course, you have a sound, so the players are going to be like warned that it's going to change, but you have to be very careful with this because, well, you can get a mine. Okay, so I'm going to teach you how to do this one, how to start for this one. Okay, so let me move back to the presentation and let's move to the Pool Frenzy one. Okay, guys, so first thing, as always, we have some requirements. Okay, so first one is the mine. The mine is different to the mine that we already created. This one is going to be based on the bully. The bully is this move that actually this movement that just hits you. Okay, we also need an area. We need 2 different like scripts, and we have like some specific triggers. Before continuing, let's build them up. For this one, what you have to do is just keep a hold in the middle and create this scenario. Check how I construct it. In the middle, away from everything, I put the area where the actual move or the start is going to be created. Okay, so Kenzie is asking me which is my favorite junk food. Oh, that's very hard because there is a lot of junk food that is very, very enjoyable. Let's say burgers is not, because I love burgers, but it's not my favorite. I'm going to say that Arabian fast food is the best for me, like kebabs and I don't know, shawarmas and pitas and all those things are really amazing for me. So moving back, check this, guys. Okay, check that my floor has at least 3 blocks of security part because the players are going to be spawned around the borders. So be sure that you have 1, 2, and 3 blocks at least for the player to move, and you can add an extra layer from 2 blocks. Why the extra layer? Well, there is an error with MiniWord, and when you are using this tool, okay, and this is very common here, and is that when you are using this tool, most of the times the starts are going to be just like falling before they reach you. So just put that area where the players can just move down below and just try to copy this. Also for the mines, as you see, the mines also are hard to try to just get into that area. Okay, So how do you are going to do that, okay? Now I will not how to, more like how I pulled it. Also, be sure that you place some parts where the player can hide behind, because once more, the players can pull other players, not just the mines here. So be sure that the players can protect themselves. So I put those columns that are going to be just 1 by 1 block, so the players will be able to do this. And when something spawn here, they will be able to use the gun to just pull the stars, okay? So first thing first, we are going to start with the registration. Once more, for the registration, just stay on the middle of your map. When you are in the middle, just take here the coordinates for your map, okay? So when you take the coordinates for your map, what you are going to go is just go to register like all your maps, and we are going to add that one, okay? I have it right here already created. It's Pool Frenzy once more, but I just going to show you very quick once more how do you do the registration. So you copy and paste this part that you're already supposed to have here, or that you know already where to get it. On here, on ID, we are going to replace the ID. So we have 1, 2, 3. This is going to be the number 4. Then you delete this, you put the notation marks, and you put the name of this one. In my case, it's going to be Pool Frenzy. Okay, Frenzy. Right here, you put the coordinates. I already got it right here. So I'm not going to go deeper on that one because you already know how to replace this by coordinates. The spawn methods, once more, check your map. In this one, we need to spawn the players around the corners. So if we spawn the players around the corners, this is going to be the number 2, okay? Remember, 1 is going to be any part of the map in random location inside your minimap, or your minigame, sorry. And 2 is going to be around the borders. Finally, number 3 is going to be just around the center. And the coin methods, what do you think is going to be the number, okay? Remember, it's going to be 0, is nothing, no spawn coin. 1 is going to be random point. 2, it's going to be around the borders, and 3 is going to be around the center. So think a little bit how you're going to create this one. So we got the players around the edge, and we have a small point in the center. So if you think that the number is going to be 3, you almost right. That probably should be the reason, but this is very important. We cannot do this for this specific one because we need the coin to spawn just in the same location all the time, okay? And when it's going to do the number 3 that is around the center, it's going to spawn 6 blocks around the center, and we don't have that. So we are going to spawn this manually. For this, you are going to put a 0. 0 means no coins, means that we are personally going to create a system for this one, okay? And remember, in any map that you want a different way to get the stars, that random or picking the stars, like spawn them randomly, just choose the number 0. So with that, are not going to spawn, okay? So on this one, we already got the registration, okay? Very important, that's the first thing. Now that we have the registration, we are going to create the different things here. So we are going to start with Switch Monster. Switch Monster is a specific trigger that allows us to have like some chances, like let's say 50% chances to spawn the star or to spawn a different monster, okay? And that's the first thing that we are going to do. Why we do this? Because this is going to be like different or very related, okay? So we are going to go to extra dynamics, okay? Sorry, extra dynamics, no. We are going to go to useful triggers, guys, and we are going to add a new trigger, okay? The trigger is going to be named as a switch monster, okay? When you hit switch monster, guys, we need to create it from 0, okay? But what we are going to do for switch monsters, first we are going to add a condition. The condition is going to be the next one, numerical comparison, okay? And welcome you again, and welcome to Anna. I forgot to check the chat. I see that you are accessing, and welcome to the class, okay? So we are going to select numerical comparison, guys. And when you are in numerical comparison, you are going to choose a random number. This is going to be very similar to the ones that we do when we want to check a random chance to get something. So it's going to be almost the same, okay? Random number, it's going to be in between 0 and 100, and it needs to be less or equal to, but the difference is right here. We are going to create a new variable. Be sure you use the same name. That is going to be random change. First one in uppercase, the C also is going to be in uppercase, all the others are going to be in lowercase, and very important, guys, no spaces, okay? That's going to be the condition, and what we are going to do is that we are going to select this one that says set spawn creature as a null creature. How do you do that? What you are going to do is going right here, assigned, and select creature type, okay? Please don't choose this one, you are going to choose this one. Remember, this is going to be for a specific existing creature, and this is going to check the mob ID if it's a chicken or a cow or whatever it is, okay? So once you check that, you are going to select in the first one, you are going to create a new variable that is going to be spawn creature, and the second one is going to be another variable that is going to be spawn creature, but you are going to put alt at the end. So let me explain what it's going to do. This is going to have a random chance to change the creature that you are going to tell the game into another creature. So every time that you spawn a creature and this is activated, you have like 50 or 30% chance to switch the creature to whatever creature you want it. In this case, what we are going to do is to have 50% chances to change the starts when they spawn to a mine, okay? That's going to be the second requirement. Okay, so we already got this. And now, very important, guys. This is not required for this minigame, but it's something that will help you out, okay? So, now that we create this, and that we got this also, okay? So we are going to move back to map registration, and we are going to put some specific configuration for the music, okay? Right, where you can find this, where you are going to find this, okay? So just go to the existing site, the site that we always check. Remember, guys, that you have like YeyoScripts. Remember, this link is going to be into the description as always. And just let me move this also. Okay, so what you are going to do is just go once more to MiniGames, open the one that says library shortcuts, and on this one you are going to find the one that says music controls, okay? And this is very easy to use. What you are going to do is just paste it over your registry or down below your registration. And on here you have like different variables. This works very similar to the rules. First one is how much tension or extra pitch you are going to give to your map. With this you can control how fast the music it is. So in my case, at the beginning I just put 1.0, okay? The custom music mode, it's something specifically that allows you to choose some options, okay? So if you realize while you are playing and every round is going to increase the speed of the music a little bit, so the players are going to feel more tension in the game, okay? If you don't want that to work, just put a 0 on here. On here you have the description. 0 is equals to no tension. 1 is going to be tension altered. That means that you can choose whatever number. And also you have shortcuts. If you want the music to be fast, just put a 2 on there. And if you want the music to be slow, just put a 3 on there. You can keep it like it is right now. The music volume is how, well, it's self-explanatory. It's the volume for the music. If you put 100, it's going to be full volume. If you put 200, it's going to be the double. And in this case, it's just the 40% of the music. Also, you can choose the track and the folder, which I'm going to explain later. But very important, this is going to be at the end. So this allows you to play the music. Just copy and paste like you find right here, and that's going to be it. You don't have to do any changes, but in case you want to do more changes, just select whatever you want to choose here, okay? Once more, this is going to be a custom system for your music. Okay, now just save it on here, and we have the music, the switch monster. Now we need to do those two, okay? So let's start by creating the area. This is the one easiest to make. Just in the center of your arena, create a basic area, the one that you are seeing in the screen, okay? Remember, once more, I just teach you how to do this. Just select F3, select the number 1, and select the initial and the end point of your area, okay? Rename it, very important, as a pool, so you are not going to forget where is it, okay? Pool Frenzy. Because if you forgot to put names on your areas, probably when you got a lot of them, or yeah, in the regions, when you got a lot of them, you are going to be completely messed up. So don't forget to put a name on it. Once you have it created, just press back here to move to normal mode. And we are going to create the mob, okay? For creating the mob or the creature, just add a new one. Hit a new, but very important, guys, don't hit create, sorry. Don't hit on here, that's not the one. We are going to edit a creature. And the creature that we are going to edit is the one that is being called monsters, and it's being called bully, okay? Very important, guys, don't choose this one. Once more, choose this one, the one that is just right here on the corner, because this one is a tamed one. We need the full behavior for this one, okay? All right, so when you create this creature, you can put just a different model from the normal mine. I use this one that has like the orange indicators on the top, and it's going to have almost the same setup of your previous mine. Remember, in the first class or the second, we create a mine, okay? The mine is that one that when you hit is going to push you up. It's the same setup. So remember, health is going to be a little bit bigger here. It's going to be 140. Attack is going to be 1. Speed, this is change. So you need to turn it on, and you are going to put 100. So the mine is going to be able to search for the players. In battle, our attack range is going to be 0.1. View field, and this is very important, change this. This is one of the most important values. It's going to be 8. So it's only going to follow or attack the player if it can see it. Attack needs to be on. Attack type is going to be melee. Assault mode, automatic. And you don't have to put anything else. But very important, guys. Okay, I already got it right here. But you are going to put once more on here a partial trigger, okay? It's the same trigger here that we use for the other mine. Remember, the other one that is going to be the one that we create at the beginning, that is this one, that is very similar, is just the same, okay? So just put the same information here, and with that we are going to have the second mine, okay? So difference, once more, the previous one that the one that we create for the ice brawl, for the ice scenario, that is going to be this one, is the one that doesn't follow. It's just stay under, and every time that you touch that mine, you are going to be pushed out. This one is just the same, but this one can follow you. So if you're around here, the mine is going to just get close to you, and every time it gets closer, it has the chance to just doing like I don't know how to call it, but it's going to move very fast to you and hit you and do an explosion, and you are going to just go away from the room, okay? And with this, we also have the second one that is going to be the mine, okay? Remember to put a name for it. I put it follow mine. And right now we can start creating our map information for this one. So once more, let's start with the triggers, okay? So once more, we are going to move to MiniGames. We are going to add a new one, and you are going to put the name of Pool Frenzy for this trigger, okay? Now also create the one that says MiniGames loop. So you are going to create a new trigger, and the name of the trigger is going to be pull frenzy loop. Okay, it's going to be just the same. And once you do that, we are going to move to pull frenzy. Okay, so what it's going to be different for this one? It's going to have all the information that you have for the normal one, like the meteor one, but the difference is that this one is going to give you an item. Once more, this item is like not the normal item that you are going to give to the players. This is going to be an item that is going to be auto-deleted after the game ends, okay? And then we are going to create the minigame loop. Once more, this is turnable, so that's going to be on or off. And what it's going to do is just using another trigger that we already have it, that is gem timer, and the only thing that it does is spawn, but it's going to spawn 50% to chances to spawn start, 50% chances to spawn a mine, this mine that we create over here. So let's start with pull frenzy on minigames. Remember, we are going to do the starting one. So once more, we already create this one, but remember you can do just copy and paste the meteor one, and you are going to have the next information. The event is going to be the same. The first condition is going to be the same, but on here, you are going to put the same number, okay? So you see a 5 here, because in my registration right here, not with this one, but right here, I already got all my maps registered, and pull frenzy was the number 5, okay? So just use the same number. Of course, I'm going to delete this one. Use the same number that you do for their registration, okay? And in pull frenzy, you are going to put the number 5. Once more, we are going to at first set up the rules. So just hit on the script that are rules. Right now, I'm going to change once more here. And can jump is going to be 25. We are going to allow the players to jump, but we didn't need them to jump. So just put 25 is going to be enough. Can speed is going to be the movement speed. I put an 8 on it, so they are not going to be that much fast, but they can move. Can move is going to be true. Can use items as they are going to use this specific plugin crossbow needs to be true. Can be attacked, true. Can be killed, true. And very important, guys, can pick up items also needs to be true. Okay? Oh. Actually, don't worry. We already copied those. Scripts from previous classes. So right now it's very easy, guys. Remember, we already did this. You only need to copy the previous steps. Okay. Now on this one, after you put that, just put here the rules. Okay. The rules, no more like the information or what the players have to do. So in here is going to be use your tool to pick up stars, okay? Now, very important, once more, we need to change this. Of course, we got it in Meteor, so just go to Minigames Loops and select the one that says Pull Frenzy Loop, okay? Once we got it, we are going to add just a simple thing, okay? So remember the last class, we create a specific trigger that will allow us to give a player some items. We are going to do that. So just go to Assigned, select Item Type Setup, okay? And you should have already created this variable that is inventory one. We create that specific function, and we are going to set up as a plugger close bro. So where you can find that? So just go here to template library, and in tools, right here, you will be able to find it right here. It's the plugger crossbow, okay? And to give this item to the player, just go here, player, obtain items or add items, and we are going, sorry, that's not the way, truly sorry. It's going to be actions, player group, perform or operate trigger on a player set. That's going to be very important, guys, because we already create this trigger. And on the previous classes, we create this one that says function set items. Remember that? We are going to use that one, and it's going to be executed for all the players, okay? But very important, choose players in team, and we need to choose a team number 1. We don't want the like your servers to have this item, okay? And that's it. Once you got it, we are ready up with this one, okay? That's just to give it a coin. As you see, it's very easy, very fast. Then we are going to go to mini players loop, and we are going to scroll down, and you are going to select pool frenzy, okay? This one, you don't need to copy from other ones. We need to, well, actually you can do it, but it's going to have the next conditions, okay? Defend, and this is very important, usually you have it like this, like minigame. No, for this one, you are going to select gem timer, okay? And very important, guys, be sure that you got the same name here, okay? Check this, I got it like hem timer, okay? We already created this before, but be sure that you have it like the way it is. If you have a different name for that variable, be sure that you change it for gem timer. Remember, uppercase in the beginning, uppercase in the T, and lower cases, no spaces. The condition is going to be the same that we always use, but instead of minigame timer, we are going to have gem timer here. Once more, to create this condition, just select math numerical comparison, or you can choose tool and determine timer time. On this one, expand and put gem timer equals to 1. Very important, minigame needs to be equals to 5 or to the number that you put on it. In your case, it's going to be 4, but that's very important. To do this, just go math numerical comparison, and in the first one, select minigame equals to the number that you put on, okay? Very important, guys. In my case, it's going to be the number 5. In your case, it's going to be the number 4, okay? That's going to be very important because I have a different number. And what we are going to do is just a simple thing, okay? So first, we are going to add a sound. The sound is the sound that the players are going to hear before the map start, and the sound, as always, we are going to put it like this. Just a second here. So the sound is going to be players, it's going to be turn on effects, and this is going to be different to the others because most of the times we choose this one. We are going to choose this one. And the sound is going to be in the central location of area, and we are going to select the area that we just created. Remember that we created pool frenzy area? Well, you are going to select that one, choose area, and pool frenzy. It's the one in the middle, okay? And the sound is whatever sound you want it. I put this one, it's just to warn the players that something is going to happen, okay? So once you have that sound, we are going to wait 3 seconds. Once more to wait, you just hit here, timer and waiting time, okay? And once more, you are going to pause just by 3 seconds. Remember 0.3, because we don't want that much time. We just want the players to warn the players like some seconds before we spawn the coin. And we are going to do the next thing. We are going to do the next thing. We are going to go here, okay? Timer, operate random gem timer, and we are going to select gem timer. And this is very important. We are going to generate any number between number 2 and number 5. So remember this, you will find it right here into math and random number. Why we do this? We are going to make the sound, but we are going to spawn like the coin some seconds after, okay? And repeated timer is going to be as true. Once we do this, now it's the part where you can choose, or we can tell the game which are going to be like the different creatures that we are going to operate. And this is very easy, guys, to change this, as we already create like previously this specific new condition that is being called switch monster that we create some seconds after or before, sorry. We are just going to move back here, and we are going to do 3 setups before doing that, okay? So how do you do that? First, select here, and you are going to select assign, okay? Assigned creature type, okay? And when you got creature type, you are going to select from here, from the variables, spawn creature, okay? And on here, you are going to select your stars. In my case, the stars actually are being called as a gem. I got it right here. This is going to be my star mob. Okay, then copy and paste that one on the same trigger, but on here you are going to choose not this one, the second one, that is Alt, and here you are going to select the moving mine that you just created. Probably you are not going to find it in custom because we added a creature. So you need to go to mobs, and on here you can see that is the mine that I just created instead of the position of the bully that was the original creature, okay? And then we are going to add another assigned that is going to be the chances that this creature is going to change. So just select here, select value setup, and in value setup you are going to select random chance, okay? And it's going to have 35% chances to switch the creature. Once more, this is going to be something that you can reuse all the time, so take note of this. Whenever you want to have like a random creature that could be this one or the other one, just use the same trigger that I teach. Finally, we need to execute that, so just go here, trigger, and the one that says operate trigger, that is going to be the first one, and finally just do operate function monster trigger. Remember, we create this a little bit ago, okay? We create this one that says switch monster, okay? And the conditions needs to be true, okay? All right, so what it's going to do those four, okay? Those four are going to tell the game to use this trigger once more, and what this trigger does is take all the information and tell the game, okay, if these conditions are true, we are going to switch the creature. That's it. It's just to check if we are going to change the creature, and right after that we can create a creature. But how we are going to create a creature? Just do as normal, create a creature, but very important, guys, on here in create we are going to, in template library, not select any kind of monster. Instead of that, we are going to change or select the variable that is going to be a spawn creature, okay? And then we are going to select where we are going to create it. Of course, we are going to select central location of an area, and we are going to select Pool Frenzy. Pool Frenzy, once more, is the one that we just created some minutes ago. So select Pool Frenzy and belongs to no team. And that's it. Oh, I forgot this. As this is a loop, probably you got it like this, you are going to turn it off, okay? All right. So right now we have two games. If you try and test out by yourself, you will find out that actually you will be able to play this, okay? And you are going to receive the items and it's completely playable, okay? But very important, probably an error that you will find is that from now on, every time that it spawns is going to change into a creature, okay? And this is very important, guys. This is a book from MiniWord, okay? And this is a big book that you need to resolve. Every time that you add a minigame, to avoid that the minigames repeat over and over, you need to go back to brain, okay? And in brain, remember that we were turning off like the wall folder for the triggers. Like as an example, this turns off all the loops here, and this turns off all the extra dynamics. Okay, something that happens to MiniWord is for some reason that is going to turn off just the triggers that are inside the folder at the moment you add this, okay? So if you find out that something doesn't turn off completely by itself every time that you add a new dynamic or a new game, what you have to do is just go back to brain and just do this. It's very odd, it's very like, what? It's very normal, but you have to do it. Just go back to brain, to the brain one, and select the one that says change minigames loop to state off. That is going to turn off everything, and just reselect that one, okay? That means that you are going to have to trigger set and select again the same category. I know it's completely like out, but this is going to refresh that and it's going to take back all the different triggers that you put on here, okay? And just do the same with extra dynamics, okay? And you have to do this every time that you add an extra dynamic or every time that you do an extra game. And that's it. With that, we have two games working, okay? Now I'm going to give you the last codes, And we left the time to create another minigame that I'm going to teach you tomorrow. But I'm going to take the remaining time to show you something different, okay? What I'm going to show you is the way that you can do, or that you can use, to measure the quality of your game, okay? Anyway, I'm going to show you this code. The code is going to be claimable for, let me check, I think it's going to be skin parts. Let me be sure that it's working right here, and let me take some water. Okay, the code is incorrect. Let me try once more. Yeah, the code is completely incorrect. Truly sorry for that, guys. The second one is completely incorrect too. Okay. All right, I have to talk with MiniWord because I'm kind of tired that they give me wrong codes. What? So all the codes that they give me are not working? That's not fair. Okay, once more, we are going to check if we get another code. Okay, that not be done, okay. Let's see if it's my screen. That probably sometimes MiniWord can give you some errors here. Let's try to claim it from here. Here, let's go to right here. Events with more, and okay, it's the same code that I put before. It seems that probably you can have that error too, guys. I just realized that it's an error from MiniWord. So it's the same code that I just put before, but it seems that sometimes it works and it sometimes didn't. So when this happens, guys, just go here to events. And if that doesn't work, just restart your MiniWord and it's supposed to be working, okay? So I'm going to change the code here. I'm going to pin it in the top, so you are going to get it. And once more is the one that I put just into the chat, okay? So guys, now that we got this completely like finished almost, guys, what we are going to do is the next thing. We are going to move back here, and okay, so sorry guys, I was a little bit distracted. So we have already our the other game. Tomorrow I'm going to leave labyrinth for tomorrow because it's going to teach you how to do like random labyrinths. You can use this a lot. For now I'm going to teach you this, and it's how to measure the quality of your maps, okay? So very important, guys, apart from the game creations, you have to have a method to measure your quality, okay? So how it works, how it's going to work, it's very easy, guys, okay? So I have a method, this is one to just discard some problems. So what happened is the next thing. Most of the times when you are creating a map, you didn't know which part left to have a good map, okay? So this is like a basic guide that you can use to know the basic things that your map needs to have to be considered as a good map, okay? Very important, once more, this is very important. Not all the maps are going to have the same way, and this doesn't assure actually that your map is going to be the best map, but is going to discard some normal or common problems in most of the maps, okay? And that's something that I use always to qualify my maps, okay? So the way I do it, and the way that is the easiest way to do it, is that I have here, I have already created a rubric or something that you can use to check the quality of your maps, okay? So it's something that is being called a quality guide, and let me show you in the screen. You are going to see it, and it's this, okay? Don't worry, I'm going to give you the link for this later. And how it works, guys, this is an Excel like guide that will show you the different values that you are going to have for the quality of your map. Probably you are kind of confused right now. I know it's not the most useful thing, not useful, it's very useful, but the visual part is not very good. But let me explain. At the left, at these sides, you have like the different topics for checking your map quality. And right here on the top, you have like the QR report, okay? This is going to tell you how good is your map from the technical part, of course, not the playable part, because that's not going to be okay. So in here you need some basic information that you need to fill for your map. On here is going to give you a score. You see that for single player, the quality of my map is bad, okay? For multiplayer is worst, and for monetization is bad too. Right now everything is bad. Overall we have a bad map because we haven't followed the next things, okay? So first thing, try to fill this information right here. And guys, once more, this is not something that you need to do all the times, but it's going to tell you how your map can have a better downloads and better quality, okay? Don't worry, I'm going to give you the link for this later, so you are going to have, and don't worry, you only have to answer yes or no, and this is going to do the calculations by itself. So once we fill this information, the map is going to change. As an example, if I don't have anything here, as you see, the quality is being reduced by itself, okay? So once more, when I fill it, it gets increased a little bit. And on here you have some basic questions, okay guys? So as an example, I'm going to do about my map. In my map, players can win? Yes, they can win. All right. So the player or your map is in playable mode. You have to check. Mine is already submitted in playable mode, so it's going to be a yes. The last version has been shared and uploaded to the server. That's very important because sometimes you have unplayable, but you forgot to update your map. And the map that is in the server is with low quality, is having some problems, so mine is already with the last version. As you see, this is changed, it's still on bad, but it's changed along we move it. It has a custom tombs. Yes, my map have it. Let me show you here. A custom tombs means that you don't have a generic one, because if you put a generic one, of course, probably you are not going to look that professional. So it has it, yes. And if we check here, we are already in the 29%. Okay, maximum amount of players is equals to 1 or more of 1, yes. Players can access after the map has started, yes, that's very important. Because when you put that the players cannot access, probably most of your players are going to play alone, okay? Teams with custom setup, yes, at the beginning I show you how to do that. And this is very useful. The playable area, it's going to be 64 and it's playable at 32 blocks. Mine is playable even with less than that, so I'm going to put a yes on every one of them. As you see, it's just answer custom questions, and as you see, the quality of the map is changing, okay? And at the end, you will have like a different qualifications, okay? So just I'm going to show you very quickly, as we don't have that much time. I'm going to do a resume, but take the time for every one of the questions. So as you see, 61% is just by having those basic checklists that you can do by yourself. You're going to have 61. Also, we have a multiplier one that will allow you to choose things that you can test before publishing your map, so you will be able to be sure that your map is going to have a cool quality, okay? Once more, you have 3 options here. You have no, skip, and yes. Okay, when you choose most of them, as you see, you are going to have a basic quality. Also, you have a quality for the lobby area, okay? And also for your inventory, if the player has started items and all the different errors that you can make, can be resolved this. So when you work in a map, be sure that you follow the rule one for one. Also, you have a monetization part in case you want to get some money. As an example, I'm going to put like this. And also a branding for yourself. That means that you can increase the way that the players perceive. So if you see right here, when you get most of the things done, you are going to have on here that you have a good map, okay? And also if you got the excellent one, that means that in that category your map is very good. So as you see with this, you have like a real way to just see how your map it's going and if it's working, okay? So where you can find this, okay? I'm going to put right here that into the chat so you will be able to download it, okay? Very important, guys. That's something that I already was advanced, but yours is going to look like this. Okay, when you download it, it's going to be like this. It's not going to have any information. Just remember to go topic by topic and be just like filling all the information. Okay, so also here is going to give you some warnings. If you see any warning, just read the information, okay? And that's it, guys. With this, you also are going to have a way to measure the quality of your map, okay? Now, let me see. Okay, so hope you can use it. It's going to be very useful. Once more, with this, you are going to avoid most of the common mistakes. And once more, this doesn't mean that your game is going to have like, it's going to be one of the best maps, but with this, you can discard most of the problems that you can have or that you can forget, because most of the times we don't know what we are doing wrong. With this, you have a basic guide that you can use for those, okay? Now, that will be it for now, guys. Remember, in the channel, you can subscribe. Don't forget to put the notifications on so you are not going to miss any class. For now, I'm going to give you the last code. And right after that, we are going to play some rounds, as always. We play some rounds after the class just to have some time together, okay? Also, if you want me to check any of your maps that probably you have already advanced, just let me know it right now and I will be able to test, okay? All right, so the last reward for your map is this one. Let me put it right here. All right, it's right here. And it's going to be for a permanent part of your skin. Just go here, go to the gift part and go to events, and in activation code, you are going to have this one. Once more, 1 second, 1, 2, 3, and you are going to have an Explorer's Parkour. And that will be it, guys, okay? So, by reading the comments, that document, once more, is just for be able for you to just measure the quality and like a checklist for the errors that your map can have. So be sure you follow it, just be sure that you answer you have with this and resolve it, of course. So, of course, if you got players can win here, just go into your map and check that, okay? If you have a yes, just hit yes. If that cannot be win, just hit no, okay? Once more, it have like different sections, but it's very important for you to measure the quality of your maps, okay? All right, guys, so while we do this, let me hit here on Mini World Creator. And let me play a minigame here. Okay, let's play downloads and let's see which one we can play. We got a lot of maps here, but probably by the time as most of the players are not playing, I have to play a single player map. That's very usual, guys. Okay, so I don't know if you have tried already. Which one? Okay. All right, let me show you a project that I'm working on. I hope you like it. Okay, so you want that I can help you with that one, Davon. So you want to make a trigger that when the players are having low life, you get a message. Okay, that's very easy, guys. Let me help with that. If you had questions, just ask me. Remember, the class is already over, but I just want to help Davon with this one. For this, what you have to do is just just do the next thing. Go here, okay? We are going to create a new trigger, put whatever name, and you are going to get this, okay? Player attributes change, okay? Any player's current HP, okay? The condition, it's going to be math, numerical comparison, and you are going to put in here function library, players, player attribute, and the player attribute, it's going to be current HP. On here, just switch it to list, okay? And on here, just put 20, okay? Now we are going to just give the action here. And the action is going to be player, okay? Player, and display text to the player. And on here, just put, you can put any color. Low life, okay? Low health. Or it's writing like this? Yes, it's writing like this. And now let me put something where I can lose some life. Okay, so now that we got it working, we got it. So let's see. 84th, check the life right over there. Okay. Once more, we are going to try to jump until we get less life, okay? 84 right now. We just need to keep in jumping over and over. Okay, 65 and 53, we almost on there. Second, 38, 22, and now you are going to see that this time I'm going to get a message. Low health. Okay, and every time that I get damage, apart from this one, it's going to tell me low health. I don't know if that was the question, but I hope it works. Once more, if you need to review that, just go back and check the video on that part. I hope it works and I hope it helps. As you see, it's pretty easy to create. All right, so, okay, I was going to show you this one. Let me see first if it's in one player, okay? It's a game I'm working on for a long time. Actually, I didn't update in the last 2 months. But I think it's one of the most advanced maps in MiniWorld. Once more, it is available for download, but it's not finished, okay? So, this is something that is called, let me create it in multiplayer, Brawl Knights, and it's something I'm working on, okay? So it's like a Smash Bros game, but it's going to be in 3%. So it has a lot of features that probably you cannot see in MiniWorld. Actually, here is you are going to see that it's only working with scripts. That's why I was able to do that. And what it does is very simple. First, you are going to have this. This is like the lobby. I'm currently working on, and it's going to have like different areas. This is going to be the VIP room. On here, you will be able to buy VIP, and with this VIP, you will be able to like keep it, okay? That means that if you exit from the map and you access back, you are going to keep your VIP membership. Also, if you move to another room, you will be able, but in the same map, you are going to keep the membership, okay? It has different features. You have a training room. You have a training room for all the features in the game, and also a parkour that you can play just in the lobby, okay, before start. So some of the cool things that that map has is you have double jump. As you see, you can jump, do a double jump. Also, you can climb some walls. So if you get very close to the wall, you can just hit the wall to be able to climb the walls. But you can do it back to 3 times, okay? And also you can combine. Also, an example, if you do double jump and also climb jump, you can do very long jumps. Okay, so this is like the training room, in which actually is going to tell you all the rules and what you have to do to climb into the walls, also the super jump, and like the different skins. Okay, guys, let me, yeah, I see that someone was able to access. You can go become here. Also here you will be able to choose the different like features. So every time you pick one of these coins, you are going to have a different weapon, and every weapon is going to have two skills: the basic skill, that is going to be a fast skill, and the second one that is going to be low. As an example, the hammer has the first, that is going to push all the pliers that are in the front, and this one that is going to throw the pliers back. And you have a lot of weapons. As an example, the start has like the small tornado and also some slashes. We also got the shovel. The shovel can have like a kind of a charge, and also you can just put the blocks that are in the floor up, so it's going to hit the pliers like this, as you see. And there is a lot of weapons that we have here. Okay, I just getting the same weapons here. Also, you have the spear that also allows you to do a charge and also throw a firewall. And also you have some buffs that you can use to shoot your weapon. As an example, I got explosive arrows right here, and ice arrows. And that's it. You have a lot of things here. Now that I show you like the basics, guys, that I want to show you about this project. Oh, I forgot this. Also, you can avoid attacks by just tapping 2 times in the same button. As an example, you can go back just by tapping 2 times back. You can avoid attacks. Also, you can avoid attacks by moving back to the sides, like this. Or by just moving fronts, as you see. And finally, another cool thing that you have is that every time that you hit a plier, the plier is going to reduce life. And every time that the plier got reduced life, it's going to be pushed faster. Oh, that's another feature. All the emotes are going to be sounds, so you can use it as a sounds in game. And this is one of the coolest features. You can choose the arena in which you are going to play, okay? So as an example, if I don't have coins, I can choose to unlock this feature. That is going to be the arena push. And on here, you can choose the different arena that you want to play. So an example, we can play on this one. And for playing, just hit on here. And we have our pliers playing, okay? At the beginning, you are going to spawn with no weapons. So you have like different combos that you can try to push the pliers. And if you just make the pliers die like this, you will get extra points. As an example, I just already picked my first weapon. It's going to be the axe. The axe has this one that is like a push and a charge also. And yeah, you can push the pliers. Okay, as you see, you can... Every time I hit him, it's going to get like a bit push it away. Okay, check this. Now it's almost dying. And every time that he has lower life, he will be able to recline it. And I already get the first one, the first skill. I hope you like it. And of course you can do a double jump and you can do a lot of things here. You have a lot of agility. And a lot of boxes will fall around the area and you can pick those boxes, okay? As an example, I get the hammer here. Okay, no, don't fall, Yeyo. Oh, I almost fall. Yeah, I fall. Okay. But as you see, it's a really good game. just you please go ahead and download it and let me know if you like it and what parts do you like to change. Okay, let me see here. If I can invite some of you to play, of course, some triggers will be broken as right now there is a big book in Miniware that doesn't allow you to play all the multiplayer maps, and sometimes you are going to see dirt instead of that. Okay, but yeah, that's the map that I want to show you guys. For now, I have to end the class right now. Tomorrow, don't forget to assist. We are going to learn another mini games, and we are going to learn another parts. Okay. All right. So that will be it for now, guys. Thank you so much for assisting to the live class. See you on the next class. Bye bye, and happy day wherever or whenever you are